before we check in with Mike, let's check in with you like we always do. It was a warm one out today, so Kathy and her pup got out on the water in West Bath to cool off, and looks like he had a ton of fun. Thanks, Kathy, for documenting your fun and sharing it with us. She had a lot of fun. Remember, you can always send us your photos and videos using the Near Me section of our News Center Maine app.
I love that the dog just hopped back up in the kayak.
Yeah.
Talk about like...
That's impressive.
Yeah, seriously.
Eleanor would be freaking out.
So would Winnie.
And she's been in the canoe and all, but I don't know if she'd be that.
You don't think she'd be jumping out of the water and back up into it?
No.
Yeah, that's fair. Neither would Winnie, for what it's worth. You know, we've got some storms back in the forecast tomorrow. I think that's really the big thing to talk about, but let's talk a little bit about what's going on right now, what happened today. Western Maine got a little hotter than I expected. Zach, I got to be honest, did not expect to see upper 80s, but 87 in Sanford, 86 in Freiburg, 82 in Lewiston, 85 in Wiscasset, 82 in Bangor, 77 in Rockland, 78 in Millinocket. We saw some minor improvements on the drought monitor. Big reminder here is that the data cutoff for this is 8 o'clock Tuesday morning. This does not include all of the rain that we've seen this week, but with more showers in the forecast tomorrow, especially some of which could be on the heavier side, I think we'll actually see bigger improvements on this next week, and especially after Labor Day because we've got even more rain on the way next week. Showers have begun to fizzle out. We're still tracking just a couple of showers near the Penobscot Bay here. These are pretty light, tracking down 1A now toward Ellsworth. Some of these could clip Bar Harbor and MDI, plus we've got a couple of downpours and weak showers moving through portions of Washington County right now, closer to Machias. Keeping an eye on this one lone downpour. Everything else is generally pretty weak, and I expect that to be the trend here with fog developing over the next couple of hours. We're still pretty good right now. We still have some low-level clouds building in, and we'll see some showers and thunderstorms develop tomorrow as that area of low pressure approaches. Fog is going to be an issue again for the morning commute, although it may not be quite as dense as it was this morning. Showers start up, especially tomorrow in the middle of the morning commute. I think we'll see just a couple of showers as our first boundary starts to move in and the warm front really begins to take shape over New Hampshire and Maine. And then as we get into the middle and end of the morning, we'll start to see more and more showers and storms develop. By the early afternoon, the first showers and storms approach from the west. And this line of storms will be pretty intense as it rolls in. Expecting downpours for the Lewiston, Auburn, and Augusta areas by 4 o'clock tomorrow. These continue into the greater Bangor area shortly thereafter between about 5 and 6 o'clock. And then we'll see one last push of showers and storms along the cold front later tomorrow afternoon. So the biggest threats that I see with this would be the potential for some strong wind gusts underneath the strongest storms, plus heavy rain looks very likely, maybe some ponding on the roadways. Some of these storms may also run a bit of a hail risk. I think the higher risk for hail is going to be across New Hampshire. Same idea with an isolated spin-up tornado. Somewhere in New England tomorrow, I think we could see some rotating storms. Right now, it looks like the highest risk for that would be from Northampton, Mass, up to about the Northeast Kingdom of Vermont and into central New Hampshire, so roughly in that triangle. But we'll be watching should any rotating storms make their way closer to our portions of New Hampshire or Maine. Humidity drops back behind the front, though, and this is going to be the key to unlocking what I think is going to be a gorgeous weekend. Lower humidity, temps in the 70s to near 80, lots of sun. Similar on Sunday, but by Monday, we shift our wind to be back out of the southwest. We tap into more humid air and temperatures start to rise into the start of next week, back into the mid-80s likely. And then I think we finally will get some relief as we start to get closer to Labor Day weekend. Seas around 2 to 3 feet, southeast wind 5 to 10 knots, gusting to 20 knots. 7-day forecast inland calling for temps in the 70s through the weekend. Clouds increasing Monday with a chance for some showers and storms both Tuesday and Wednesday. And this will be a more significant front sometime next week. There's some signals, at least, that we should end up in the core of the cooler air. Now, the question, of course, Zach, is what do we define as cooler? 50s at night and 70s during the day, or 40s at night and 60s during the day? Right now, still thinking mid-70s.
Okay, I was going to say both are borderline fall-like.
September 1st, it's time.
All right, thanks, Mike.